Okay, so I recently been to the hospital and had a surgery. The doctor said I shouldn't work out for the next 3 months. So it's been 2 weeks since I'm out, and I'm already sick of going through the next day without working out. Sounds like an addiction though. I'm not addicted, I can quit anytime. Anyways, I need to make my muscles a little bit tired. The plan is to do a reasonably effective full body workout and to see where my limits are right now. We are going to do a beginner workout. Since I couldn't train for the last month and lost like a 5 kg of body weight and a substantial portion of my strength and have fresh wounds of my abdomen, I won't go too hard. If you are new to exercising and don't know how to start, feel free to take some inspiration from my workout. We will start with a good warm-up. Okay, so the warm-up you see right now is very good for shoulder and elbow joints. Joints that are very prone to injuries. I've injured my joints so many times and I have no desire to repeat that experience. Did you know that when you start an exercise after a long break, your muscle quote-unquote remember previous activity and build strength faster than starting from scratch? Yeah, that's one of the thoughts that keep me sane in the hospital. It shows how your work doesn't just have a temporary impact. And we of course cannot forget about wrists. Between us, believe it or not, I think it's easier to find a nutty influencer than an athlete without a wrist injury. Now, since I completely don't know how far I can go with my training, I will start with just a basic plank, to see how my punctured abdomen will react. The doctor said I can get a hernia if I go too far, so I have to start really carefully. And aside from that, the plank performed with a good technique is a great exercise. Unfortunately, people often do this exercise incorrectly, especially beginners. Look at how I round my back and keep the lower part of my spine straight, to maximally engage my core as well as to eliminate any possibility of cheating. Luckily, my abs do not hurt that much, so I feel pretty comfortable in this position. I can even go as far as to make the following sets a bit harder. It's time to increase the difficulty a bit. Good old push-ups never let me down. And look, no matter what anyone says, push-ups are and always will be one of the best exercises out there. I have to focus on technique because a small mistake can be painful for me. And to be honest, I don't want to go back to the hospital. Never neglect this exercise, it's one of the best out there. By the way, brother, have you heard of the 10,000 steps goal? You know that, right? Well, it turns out that in the 1960s, a Japanese company wanted to increase the sales of a pedometer, so they made a marketing campaign. The idea spread like wildfire, though there wasn't any evidence to support any health benefits, which to me is crazy that one well-presented idea took the world by storm. Did you know that? Yeah, me neither, I just read about it. For the following sets, I will change the exercise to dips, because the push-ups turned out to be less painful than I thought. I feel that I still have some room to reasonably and safely push myself. And that's the moment I realized how weak I am after the hospital. I can feel a weird tension and soreness in my shoulders. The doctor said that I might feel some pain in my shoulders after the surgery because it interferes with a nervous system. Yeah, I can definitely feel that. I'm like 4 weeks without working out and my shoulders hurt as if I had just finished a mighty shoulder workout. It's weird because that's apparently not muscle soreness but rather a weird nervous system thing. Either way, it's a great hindrance to my strength. But what can I do? It always could be worse.
I think that's still a freaky pump. I mean, come on.
Okay, I'm definitely not able to do regular pull-ups just yet. My abdomen and shoulders hurt too much when I try to hang. I may be reckless training this soon after the surgery, but I'm not that crazy as to hurt myself on purpose. Fortunately, in bodyweight exercises, there is always a way. I will do a few sets of Australian pull-ups using my rings and a ladder. It's great because I can easily adjust the difficulty of this exercise by moving closer or further from the ladder. The closer I am, the harder it gets. If you want to feel a great pump on your back and biceps, this is an exercise you should go for. No matter how advanced you are, you can always find a sweet spot of difficulty in this exercise to make it fun and effective. I really can't stress enough how good of an exercise it is. It may sound weird that someone truly wants to do legs, but I do. It might be the first time in my life that I'm happy to be able to train my legs. But jokes aside, I will do an easy version of Bulgarian split squats. But I know this will require a lot of core stabilization. I hope I can take it. 2 12 kg dumbbells per side should be enough. I don't know if it's reasonable to add weight at this point, but let's try. Oh, here is something you might find interesting. Lots of people like listening to music while working out. But I recently found out the research shows this actually might have some real positive effects. Music has been shown to increase performance during the endurance and strength type workouts, presumably because it provides a good distraction from fatigue during the exercise. Good to know, right? Now it's time to pump up the biceps. This exercise called ring bicep curl is a great substitution if you don't have access to the free weights. It's one of those lesser known but extremely effective exercises that is definitely worth knowing about. Like in Australian pull-ups, you can easily adjust the difficulty by moving closer or further. Another proof of the superiority of gymnastic rings. Just make sure to elevate your elbows to isolate your biceps and increase the range of motion. You may not know that yet, but I really enjoy doing handstands. But it's one of those things that you should practice regularly to keep your progress. More than a month has passed since my last workout, and I'm unsure if it's safe for me to attempt this so soon after the surgery. So, let's give it a go. Nah, no way. I feel like my abs are about to rip in half. Maybe next time. As you can see, nothing in life is certain. Even years of your progress can be taken away in a blink of an eye. Obviously, I'm not going to complain about it. I just see it as a new challenge to overcome. If you want to copy my workout, that's absolutely fine. It's a great way to get you started. And I'm happy because we just made some steps towards equilibrium.